Hey everybody, today we're going to be cooking, eating, and reviewing this Canadian military ration or individual meal pack from 2019. This one's menu 12 and it's pulled pork. Stick around for this week's food review. Hi, my name is Dan and welcome back to DC Outdoors. This is your source for weekly outdoor adventure videos, the hottest gear and product reviews, and other outdoor related stuff. Hey, if this is your first time here, please hit that like, subscribe, and the bell notification button so you don't miss anything. Well, let's get on with this week's food review. All right, everybody, well, here it is. Menu 12, 2019 pulled pork. This is a Canadian military ration or individual meal pack for short. As always, there's a little QR code on the back that you can scan to check out their Facebook group. This is packed in a paper kind of bag. So anyways, let's open it up and see what we're having for lunch today. First up, this is the entree, pulled pork. Next, this is the dessert, the date square. We got some tortillas, some milk chocolate M&Ms, peanut butter. Got a pouch of raspberry jam. We got 2 packets of lemon lime sports drink. This is the Nescafe 3-in-1 sweet and creamy instant coffee. White tip paper matches, Tabasco sauce, a 4-pack of Tic Tacs, we have the beverage bag that can be used to prepare the sports drinks. We have a paper napkin, have a spork, and this is a compressed napkin. Okay, we're going to get started with our lemon lime drinks. As always, if you want to take a look at the nutritional information, you can pause the package, but you get 2 of these, 80 calories each, 160 calories total. Lemon lime sports drink. We'll do both of these here in our pint glass, so 500 mils. This should be about right, so we'll pour one in. These were packaged on the 63rd day of 2019, so you're talking like February, early March of 2019. Currently August of 2025. So we're getting old here, guys. There's our 2 packs of that, and we'll pour some water. Nice nuclear yellow color. Give that a bit of a stir. There's still a little bit of granules not dissolved, but looks like most of them have been. Next up, we'll get our 3-in-1 sweet and creamy Nescafe. Best before 2020, according to that little label. Again, I don't worry too much about the age of these drinks. I do worry about the age of the entree and the date square. I guess we're going to find out if these things get better with age or not. There's a cup of water. I do like to add the water to the mix, as I find it mixes up a little bit better. So there you go. And if you like these wonderful DC Outdoors mugs and pint glasses, they can be purchased by tapping this link. You can buy them online if you like this kind of stuff. So let's get the other things plated. There's the milk chocolate M&Ms. These things, again, best before 2019. Getting pretty old. We'll open up the package. They smell good to me. Smell kind of chocolatey. Pour some in the hand. They look about good. Pour them off into that pouch. This is the date square. I'll try to get it in the frame so you can see the ingredients. 410 calories. Rich in calories, but 41 grams of sugar out of a 116 gram pouch. So lots of sugar in there. That's the date code on the back. 220th day of 2018 was when this was made. So you're talking about the end of 2018. So again, we'll proceed with caution on these kinds of things. I'll be honest with you, I've had these date squares before, and I never really like them even when they're fresh, but we'll check them out. There's the date codes again on the back. We'll slide the date square into there. There you go. These are the tortillas. Again, 220 calories in a package. You get 2 tortillas. Date code on the back, 332 day of 2018. So again, you're looking at what? Something like late November, I guess. Something like that, 2018. Okay, opened up, packed with the fresh pack. We'll see what job it did, but there's the tortillas. They actually are pretty decent quality. Sometimes they break when you open them. These ones didn't even break, which is pretty amazing. We'll put those over there. That's the pulled pork. It's 360 calories, 318 gram serving. I like to look at the protein contents. You got 39 grams of protein, so not a lot for something that's pulled pork. Pulled pork is the first ingredient, which is nice to see. I will be careful with this one. Packaged 194th day, 2018. There you go. There's the pouch. Do not eat if the pouch is damaged. There's the back. You can heat these up a few different ways. Commonly, people put them in a pan of hot water and boil them. That's usually the way you can go. You could just pour this stuff into a little saucepan and heat it up, but I think I might put it in a bowl and just microwave it today. So let's get that started, and we'll check back in with you soon. It smells okay. We're going to pour it in here first. It doesn't look that appealing. Definitely smells very tomato. You can smell the tomato paste. I think that was an ingredient. Hopefully it's an ingredient in it. Yeah, tomato paste, sugar, white vinegar. Yeah, it's got a real ketchup-y kind of smell to it. Potatoes is an ingredient in it. I can see some potatoes still intact. So I'm going to heat this up in the microwave, guys, and we'll check back in with you soon. Okay, so we've had this pulled pork heating up in the microwave for 3 minutes. Very hot. The bowl is really, really, really hot. You can see that most of the pulled pork by this stage has almost disintegrated into these little flaky bits. I can see that there's a chunk of it over here, but very tender. There's lots of potatoes in it. It smells really good. Like, it smells quite tomatoey, which is nice. Anyways, let's finish plating this stuff up, and we'll check back in with you soon. All right, well, here goes nothing. Let's give a few things a try. We got the meat, potatoes. I'll try a little bit of this stuff. There's a potato. There's still lots of texture to it. Still quite a lot of texture. The sauce kind of tastes like barbecue sauce. It's quite, like I said, quite ketchup-y. And there's some of the pulled pork. The pulled pork, very, very dry. Almost like overcooked food that was in a slow cooker too long. It's flaky. And like I said, very, very dry. It's okay, but it's not great. Let's give it a little wash away with some coffee. Nothing wrong with that right there. Cheers to you for watching. Try some of this lemon lime sports drink. It's very good. Yeah, it's good. Tastes like lemon lime, Gatorade kind of, like, or electrolyte powder kind of stuff. I'll try a few of these M&Ms. I have no concern going into those M&Ms. Will taste good. I've never been a fan of the date square, but we'll give that a try. They're very sweet. Tastes good. Quite sweet. These are the tortillas. Like I said, pretty impressed with the with the fact that they're not all dried out. They smell good. Raspberry jam. No date on it. No, or is it right over here? Usually I give it a little massage anyway, just to stop it from being separated. And the peanut butter usually gets the same treatment just because it starts to settle. So just give it a little massage. And put a little bit of peanut butter. Let's rip off. Well, let's rip off some of it. They do rip easy down the seam. Put a little bit of peanut butter. Smells good to me. A little bit of jam. Give that a try. That is really good. I have no complaints about that. That actually works really good. Some of these Canadian military rations, they don't have tortillas, they have a bun. And I will say with certainty that the bun dries out and gets flaky and old so much quicker than the tortillas do. So the tortilla seems to hold up quite a bit. Let's try to do this. I mean, a lot of times you'd put pulled pork, on a bun of some kind to probably eat. Let's just see if this tastes a little bit better by scooping some of it on our tortilla. Make a little taco. That's better. The tortilla adds a bit of texture to distract away from this dried out meat. The potatoes are probably the best part about it, to be honest. And that goes whether they're new or old. I always find that anything with meat in it just gets dried out, right? Like if you overcook, slow cooker food. But I think it passes the shelf life test. We'll see if we die as a result of eating this. So hopefully we don't, and you see this video posted. But so far, so good. If you're eating old rations, though, definitely make sure that the pouches aren't ballooned or bloated. That's usually an indicator that something's rotting inside. Or the pouch, you know, make sure that they're sealed up. Anyway, I might try a little bit more of this stuff. I'm not afraid though at all of the coffee. I'm not afraid of the sports drink. I'm not really afraid of these M&Ms. This makes me a little questionable. Maybe a little questionable. Maybe a little questionable, but it'll keep you alive. But anyways, I might try a little bit more of this here behind the scenes, and we'll come back to you with our overall thoughts. All right, everybody. Hey, that's going to wrap up this tasting of that 2019 Canadian individual meal pack. That was pulled pork, menu 12. Overall, I guess, let me kind of think about my thoughts for a second before I say anything. I like the drink. I like the coffee. I like the M&Ms. Those components are good always. Can't go wrong with any of them. So I like all those pieces. I totally prefer the tortillas over the bun. They last longer, they feel fresher. So I think the tortilla was pretty good. The main entree and the dessert on this one just simply aren't my favorite. I'm not a big fan of any of these kinds of entrees that include, you know, meats, to be honest with you, unless it's something like a pasta dish with ground meat. I'm just picky, and I hate any overly cooked meat inside these retort pouches. So I would probably rate the main entree maybe a 2 out of 5. I like the tomato flavor. I like the barbecue flavor. I think the potatoes are a smart filler. I'd probably, even if it was fresh, give a 2 out of 5 for the entree. Date square, again, not my favorite. Probably give that a 2 out of 5. M&Ms get a full 5 out of 5 in my book. The lemon lime drink gets a 5 out of 5 in my opinion. And the coffee gets a 5 out of 5. So I don't know, I'd probably put this one at about a 2 or a 3 out of 5 overall. This wouldn't be a preferred menu that I could see myself going back to or choosing, but it is good, and it was good for with what it was. And overall, I'm pretty impressed with the shelf life. I didn't eat all of it just to be safe. I tried a little bit more off camera. But the entree and the date square and the tortillas, they start to scare me a little bit over time, so I didn't eat too much of that stuff. But the beverages were great. I will just say a few things though before I wrap this one up. First of all, I do want to thank our members who have joined our membership program, the Snack Squad. Really appreciate the few of you who have jumped on board with that one. You can subscribe to the membership program for only 99 cents Canadian per month. That might even be a value or better deal if you're down in the States, for example, since the dollar conversion looks a little different. But members of the Snack Squad, really appreciate you sticking with it. I'll put a link above me, whatever shoulder here, so that way you guys can check that one out if you're not already members. But thank you to the few of you guys who have jumped on board with that membership program. Members do get some behind the scenes sneak peeks at upcoming adventures. So sometimes I'll post photos, pictures. I'll even post little early looks at some of these videos too. So that's a big perk. You also get discounts on merch, and you get a free DC Outdoor sticker after you've been subscribed with the membership program for a few months. So thank you to those who have checked out that. The other thing I'll kind of shamelessly mention is that we are selling various swag. We got hats, we got mugs, we got those pint glasses, t-shirts, lots of different stuff that you can check out at our merch store. So I will post those links to the merch store down below in the description notes so you can check that stuff out. We do make a little bit of a proceeds or profit, I guess, off of that stuff. So if you want to support the channel and rep your favorite YouTuber, you can definitely do that as well. Other than that though, I think I will probably wrap this one up as we usually do. I suppose before I do that though, I'll also let you know that I'll put a link to my MRE and IMP ration pack reviews playlist here over whichever shoulder it is. So please go check out that if you get a chance to. And if you like ration reviews, you might want to dive into those. Other than that, like I mentioned in the last video, we are going to be turning the corner and getting more into hunting. I will probably be doing bird hunting in September, a little bit of archery hunting throughout September, more hunting with my bow in October, and then November, switching gears and hunting with firearms. As far as things go, I have a moose draw this year, so I'm really excited to go after bull moose. We're going to be chasing bull moose, also white-tailed deer as well, with both myself, and my son, and bird hunting as well with both of my boys, and also my younger rookie hunter, Lil H, as well. So, yeah, other than that, though, if you made it this far, I want to thank you as always for watching. And if this was your first time here and you like outdoor adventure videos, gear reviews, and other outdoor related stuff, please hit that like, subscribe, and the bell notification button so you don't miss anything. Until next time, we'll see you outdoors. If you want more DC Outdoors to tide you over until next week's video, check out this video and this playlist.